All right, everybody, welcome to the newest episode of Max and Howard Drink Beer. I am Max.
And I am Howard.
Howard, we have another guest this week. We actually have the biggest live studio audience we've ever had.
Yeah.
That is
whopping,
two people,
yeah,
two dogs, wherever the hell they went. And we have a guest sitting here next to you.
Yeah.
So that sucks for you because you got to share your space.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I don't care. It could be worse. Well, it is worse. It's about as bad as it can get.
It could
I'm sharing
be
with
raining.
Alex.
It's almost the worst that it can get.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you heard him, you know him, you love him, we make fun of him. My brother-in-law, Alex, is here.
My brother-in-law, Alex. That's almost like softballing it in to make fun of this guy.
So-
Alex, why is it so easy to make fun of you? It seems like everybody does it with just sheer, what's
Just
the word
passion,
I'm looking for?
just for fun?
Passionately and just joyously make fun of you.
Probably because you just go with it. And you know what? I honestly don't really care because most of the time it's actually pretty funny and I laugh with it.
He laughs with it. That's good.
There's some days where you kind of look at him and I don't know if he's trying to figure out what the joke is or if he's just sad because everybody does really gang up on Alex and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is definitely
Especially Forrest, which is even more funny. 'Cause
Yeah, but then every once in a blue moon I'll go and throw a pretty good swing to him and he'll just be completely shocked and everyone else is just
I've
like,
never
holy
seen
fuck.
that. I've never seen
You're
that
never
once.
there for it. That's the problem.
You're never there, Howard.
Does it happen?
Yes,
Max?
it does happen.
It does happen? Okay.
It's
Oh.
once in a blue moon, but it does happen.
You know, speaking of Blue Moon, we got this wonderful beer here that was brought to us by our guest here.
Which is nice, and we make fun of him, and we'll probably continue to make fun of him. But that was nice of him to bring us a beer.
So we have a lucky Buddha,
Lucky Buddha.
not bastard, because that's who you are. You're a lucky bastard.
It depends on which side of the table you're on for that. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm on this side of the table. You're on that side of the table. That's how it works. In case anybody was wondering how we have it set up here.
that is true. Yeah. I've seen this before. You know, I actually thought this was a beer out of India, but it's a beer out of China, which is kind of neat.
It is an enlightened beer. Do you feel enlightened?
It's an enlightened.
Lucky
It says in
Buddha.
the bottle, yeah.
It actually is shaped like a Buddha. That's what caught my attention. It's light green, just like a Heineken or a Rolling Rock. And then I seen the Buddha is shaped like it. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of neat. I wonder what it tastes like.
You can definitely smell that at some point it got too warm.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it didn't. It doesn't taste like it affected the beer.
No, I think it's okay. It reminds me a lot of, one of them Euro lagers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Beck's is like that.
Beck's.
Heineken.
Who's sketchy of sketchy?
I don't know,
so
but you know what?
Snapchat
We need to get
Forest.
that on the soundboard.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah, no, we're working on that for everybody at home who listens to us.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. So all this, we're definitely know for a fact that with the live studio audience, we're down 2 listens. So that's going to put us down to like only 2 more for the week.
because
So
they're sitting here, and they're pretty excited to be here. I can already tell. Fletcher is wasted. I don't know if you guys know that. He's absolutely drunk off of his ass.
yeah, it's
Just
all that.
drinking the hard Arnold Palmer,
Wow.
Arizona.
Yeah, right.
Right, he only drinks like 14 gallons of that in a day.
Yeah, he's drinking it by the gallon. Do you guys ever do that? Like, I've never been into that. Like, I can't even drink from the gallon jug of milk. Gotta pour it in a glass.
Oh no, I can't do it. It tastes in the middle of the night. You just want a couple little schlucks of it. That's what you do. Is just pull it straight out the gallon.
That's a
That's
technical
so
term in
weird.
case you didn't know.
Yeah, according to
Do
my
you
mother.
do that?
What?
Are you a heathen like these two?
No, I don't even have milk in the house.
Well, you're not a milk guy. I mean, like this guy. Like, well, if it was a gallon of beer, it might be different.
I mean, even when I had the mini keg of Heineken that was all mine, it was just for me.
Right.
I put it into a glass.
Thank God. I thought it was the weird one out of this group, and it's not. It's not us. We're not weird. It's you two idiots that are weird. That makes me kind of happy. So,
Whatever.
but we are doing something else weird. I'll tell you this: Sam's been out of town.
For a solid
We're
week
actually
or so
gonna.
in Florida.
They're gonna pick her up right after the show, which is kind of cool. They're gonna make a bonsai trip all the way to Kansas. They're picking her up in Kansas,
Yes,
right?
Topeka,
Okay.
Kansas.
Topeka, Kansas, that airport there. So if you see Max and or Alex, say hi in Topeka, Kansas. And we love you guys out there.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite places to visit, but only in the winter months.
But you drive there to pick up Sam from the airport.
Yeah, well, and then we fly back.
Right, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's just cheaper that way. If you
saves
see
tons
two
of
guys
time.
with two big schnozzes, just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.
You see
a
it?
big schnoz.
I do. You don't see it here, but if I turn this way, you also don't see it here.
Yeah, I don't see a big schnoz. I guess I'm not looking at your...
You have the face for radio.
No, that's true.
Wait, don't we all? That's why we're here.
That's I can't argue with that.
So
What I'm going to tell you... What you got? Oh.
I was just gonna throw something at you, but I realized you were still talking. So go ahead.
We did like a boys' day today. It was a boys' adventure. We had Alex and Max were here. Alex was with his shirt off, which is just unappealing to everybody.
Trying to get a
even
good
his
base
girlfriend.
burn before I go camping in a month.
And you're gonna get a tan in the basement.
No, a base burn. I was outside, and then we came down here to get a beer, and it just seemed super cool.
We have a lot of sun down here. I did a lot of renovations while Sam was out of town. She's going to be so excited. We've got this wonderful new skylight in the basement so that you can see the sun from the basement.
It was really...
I mean, it's rough. We don't have a living room floor anymore.
You don't?
But it definitely works really nice.
Wow.
It's the quick escape to downstairs.
What do you even need a living room?
We even have a nice water line for the refrigerator now, too.
Yes, so I did actually add that. In all seriousness, we do now have the beer fridge is now and has its ice maker hooked up. It is making ice.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that is super exciting for all of our non-beer drinkers.
So pretty soon you're going to have like an upstairs liquor rack and a downstairs liquor rack.
So I also reassembled the credenza.
Yeah.
That fell apart into a bunch of IKEA pieces.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. So that was super fun for all that. Oh, and there you go. Howard just threw something into the live studio audience, and they're thrilled. Listen to him. That was good.
Thank you.
Why do we need a soundboard? Yeah. We'll just have you do it.
Yeah. I'm like a white Michael Winslow.
Oh man!
Did you ever see that guy? He did the whole lot of love. It was just his voice. That was wild. I'll only listen to that song by him from the rest of my life. That was crazy.
I believe you there. So Howard, Buddha beer. What do you think?
It's
first taste,
dude. It tastes like every other Euro beer I've ever had. I hate to say it. It's one of the better ones. It's not dank or skunky. Or
I feel like it's we use cleaner water than the Rolling Rock.
Nah, maybe.
And you know what I'm talking about there.
That sounds pretty good because Rolling Rock is like the best shower beer.
Okay.
Do
you shower beer?
I don't waste my time. No, I vigorously masturbate in the shower, so I don't have time for beer.
I can't do that either because it's the weird way the water. Because I sit in the shower because I don't have any fucking legs.
Since when?
Oh, I don't know. What day is this?
October.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just hits me weird, and I tend to have a soft penis anyway. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter.
In the
what
end.
were we talking about? Hey, we have cheese.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
We have cheese.
We're talking about all sorts of fun stuff, how everybody picks on Alex.
Which is nice, because he's got a soft penis, too.
Wow. There we go.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
Can't even come with a decent comeback on that one, huh?
I'll let you go. It is what it is.
Dude, I take some of the weirdest notes. I don't even know what were we talking about.
You vigorously masturbating in the shower. That's why you're too good for a shower beer.
We did mention that.
Dude, why would you want to have a shower beer? Okay, if the water's warm, then the beer's gonna get warm, and now you ruined the beer.
Exactly. So you slam the beer and get your head all nice and wet.
I don't slam beers.
You've got nice thick hair. Obviously, I've got longer hair than you. But at one point in time, it's just like, hey. Your head is all sorts of nasty and fucked up from work.
I guess I'm never really looking at...
I think Alex is hitting on me. Angie, are you okay with this?
I didn't hear anything from Angie.
Yeah. And then there's crickets. Literal crickets.
Are you guys not going to eat any of this cheese?
I'll get there, man. I ate like 47 brats.
I'm real weird with cranberry. Like, I don't like... I like the cranberry jelly or whatever for like Thanksgiving and Christmas per se.
Oh, cranberry sauce. Yeah,
yeah, I like the sauce, but I don't like it with actual cranberries in it. And I like cranberry juice, but
that's because you have kidney stones.
Well, it's more so of
Oh, yeah, you did have
it's more
kidney
so of a cocktail, not so much an actual juice. Because the actual cranberry juice, that's
It's
so
a mixer,
god-awful.
not a
Oh my
cocktail.
god!
It's a mixer. What do you mean? Like, people drink it? What do you mean? Like, straight up mixer?
Yeah, it's straight up mixer, right?
That is one of my favorite episodes of that Morgan always brings up every time. Of what do you mean, like straight up mixer? Yes, Morgan. I mean straight up mixer.
It's funny that you say that because I read a couple of years ago in my Facebook memories, I went up to the McDonald's parking lot and asked for a virgin screwdriver. And you want to talk about confusion in the McDonald's drive-through line? I'll tell you what.
You'll tell me what?
Yeah, I just told you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad somebody told me.
Yeah. What I was going to say about the cheese, we had boys' trip to a festival, and that got a little rowdy.
Yeah,
And,
we did lose Fletcher for a little bit there.
And I got lost, too, for a little bit. But I was enamored in the build-your-own six-pack section, so, that's where you can find me.
How'd that go for you?
Festival does it weird. It's a weird way that they set it up. You can buy all the beers, and how do they, measure the beers? I think, scan every single beer, and that's how they do it. But, the really good beers are $2.89 each, right?
Okay.
So you build a six-pack. You built a $17.34 six-pack times 0.12 because it's 12%. Take $2 off. It's a $15 six-pack. Dude, I'm broke as a joke. I don't want to spend that much money. That's crazy.
Well, that's how they get you. That's why you
wild.
just decide to go and get an actual six-pack of all the same beers, so you don't have to spend that much.
And Angie's
you're
looking
paying
at
for
me.
the luxury of a variety when you don't even know if you're going to like it or not.
Angie's looking at me like I'm crazy, and number one, I am. That's not fair.
Number two, he also is crazy.
Angie spends good money on beer for me. Let alone she's going to splurge on
Well,
herself.
wait till next week. She's got a surprise for you.
I mean, somebody has to spend money on beer because you don't.
Don't worry, it's not me.
Wait, hold on. I heard Angie and surprise and me. That's what I heard. What's the surprise?
Surprise!
I mean, do you want me to
It's a
just
surprise.
strip and put a bow on my junk or what?
Why? No.
I think he wants me to strip with a bow on my
I'd be a little bit more interested in
both
that.
like to see that. If you want to strip with some bows on there,
I did have a couple of good Howard Stern questions for all that later on. I do an okay impersonation of him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Howard Stern is the guy with the long hair. He does the radio program. Fletcher, I know you're
He
a
was
little...
a shock jock.
Before we end this, we should do something. I'm gonna write it down. We'll continue this going.
Yeah, because we have to do something.
Yeah.
But hold on. I got a message from the boss.
Oh boy, red alert.
Okay, she'll text me when they land.
Okay, perfect.
So that means we have 4 more hours of drinking.
Excellent.
Because
Woo.
I think Cassie's driving, which means
Even
they're
better.
going to be lost for forever.
Wow. Lost in Kansas. Where else would you rather be lost?
Delaware.
there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
That was good.
Just click your
Well
heels
done.
and hopefully you'll find
well
your
done,
way.
Alex. Airport drinking has to be pretty fun over there in the Florida. The Florida
Yeah, I
Keys.
suppose.
Fun fact, Florida has their own underground train system.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. Florida has their own underground train system.
Not to be confused with New York's underground train system.
Oh, that'd be a subway.
Dude, no. Subway is the place with the weird pedophile dude that wanted us to think bread was healthy.
Right.
See?
Jared. With
Full
pedo.
circle.
Yeah.
So, if you remember, Howard, all the way back
his name
to
was Jared.
Christmas,
Okay.
I did the build the 6-pack for your Christmas present.
Yeah.
And I went through and was like, yeah, build your 6-pack. It's going to be like every other one. And they rang every single beer up separately. And I was like, I was not expecting that. At no point does it explain anything. And that's what I love about it because 99% of people don't read signs anyways.
That's true.
So, hey, why would you post them? Well, I read signs. So I want them posted. Why the hell weren't they posted?
Yeah. Oh. So they made signs?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, what's up, pup?
Actually, the cheap beer, but then there's the thing too. Like the cheap beer at festival, you know, you bill it for $10. You might as well get the expensive beers.
Right.
You know, because it's all the same beers you could get on the Woodman's cheap dumped on the all the warm beer shelf. You might as well get all the expensive beers.
Does Woodman's actually have a good variety for different beers or no?
$6 for $6.99 for 6 warm beers. What I like about that rack is it's such a hodgepodge of, you know, different beers. What's nice is if there's like a beer festival in the area, they dump all the beers off on the shelf because they got to sell them somehow.
Oh, right. So,
and
like all the
so
leftovers?
if you go every day, pretty much, well, that's what I do. I go every day and
You
check
go
all the
every
good
day.
beer.
I mean, this is Wisconsin. I mean, you got to get rid of it
If
somehow.
I get, dude, sometimes I get really lucky and I get these beers like nobody's ever tried before. Like,
It's like thrift shopping, but for beer connoisseurs.
there was like a sour IPA. There was a couple of good sour IPAs, and they were just offshoot little beers out of breweries, and I got lucky and got a couple of good ones. Got a couple of good Untitled Art beers. You know, and that's the thing, Alex. I'm always chasing a deal. It's the art of the deal.
See, I don't...
Right, the art of the deal. It's like the heart of the cards.
Yeah, the heart of
See,
the cards.
the lucky part about me is I have a wonderful woman that knows all about different types of beers, and I don't know damn near anything about them, but I just go solely
that
on the
what you're
look
gonna do?
of the design. If
Oh,
the design
okay,
looks
I
pretty
wasn't
good,
sure.
I'll go and ask her, like, hey, babe, what do you think of this one? Do you think the guys would like this to
He
try?
doesn't say that. He goes, "Hey, girl, hey."
He says, "Hey, girl, hey,"
Hey!
like that. Okay, that was pretty close.
No, there was actually a couple of them that I pointed out to her. I'm like, hey, do you think they'd like this one? And she just goes, no. Put it down.
Which one was
pick
it?
a different one.
Which one was it?
A really common, like,
Something we could get.
yeah,
Okay.
you see it everywhere. I
Okay.
go for the obscure.
Yeah, see, and that's not beer that I would buy. I don't even like Max enough to buy him. You know, obscure beer like that. I bought him like cheap Italian, you know, skunky beer.
It's true. It
And
was.
then
for
after she
Christmas.
told me to put it down, I found a unicorn because any beer with a random unicorn, I think it's like a murder zombie unicorn or something. It looked
Murder
really cool.
zombie.
That
unicorn.
sounds like Katie to a T.
And I was gonna say Three Floyds.
That's how you know, because that's how you spell Katie with
No.
a T. In case you didn't know how to spell. It's K and it's a T. Oh,
Oh,
there you go. Look, we got another guest to come help out and eat the cheese.
One of the scroungers.
she
Yeah.
does like cheese.
Sadie is sitting over here between Alex and Howard. We're looking for some,
The
I guess
fifth beetle.
some givings here. You know, because my dog is probably like 2,000% food motivated.
Oh, yeah. Well, first it was 200, now it's 2,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Did you notice that at no point ever is she to be trusted off of her leash? Yet, if there's food sitting there, I can literally just take her off. If the food would have stayed out there, she'd still be sitting there looking at it.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. See, I unfortunately can't do that
Oh,
because
that would
Granite
be
will
good.
sit there, look both ways, and be like, oh,
Yeah.
there's nobody here. I'm going to go and attempt to take this. And that will be gone. And there are going to be 10 different things around what food there is. And none of it will be moved at all except for the food will be just missing. He's
Oh,
a
hey.
sneaky little
What's
bastard.
that?
Guess what?
Monkey butt?
We forgot to take a commercial break, so we're going to do one real quick, super late in this episode. We're probably going to talk a little bit longer today because we haven't touched pretty much any of our topics yet. So enjoy this commercial from whoever the fuck it is. And welcome back from that wonderful commercial. You know, I was talking with the man, the myth, the legend, Nicholas Murphy.
Oh, how is he?
He was showing me each one of the commercials that we had on previous episodes.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, that's cool. One of them was Progressive, and I went, huh, that's cool. I use Progressive.
Oh, what? You use Progressive?
Yeah.
I use Progressive.
See? So how perfect was
What
that?
a coincidence.
The next one,
Don't we get a discount for that?
we should, because now we're sponsoring them extra.
We'll have to call Flo.
But
Your
we-
Aunt Flo.
no, I don't have an Aunt Flo.
Wait. Never mind.
There's
much.
there's a
you.
joke in there.
Somewhere.
Just have to search for
Mm-hmm.
it. But yeah, so there was that one, and then we were talking about the wonderful food from Culver's, and it's like, wow, I wish they would
Culver's
tell
once
us
a week.
beforehand instead of
Nathan works
after
there.
the fact.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But
Does he?
It's not the way he works.
I thought he doesn't work there. I thought he worked at Menards.
He works at Culver's, right? Nathan, yeah.
No, he still works at Menards.
Oh, okay. Does he work at Culver's too?
His younger brother.
Oh, can he get us free
It was
food?
funny because his little brother was his boss pretty much. No, not anymore, man.
Where was, wait, Nolan?
Noah.
Nolan.
Yeah, I like Nolan. I feel like that was his name. Nathan
Nolan, yeah, Nathan Nolan. I think so. I think
Yeah.
you're wrong.
Yeah, his brother's name was Nolan Ryan, whatever their last name
Yeah,
is.
Nolan Ryan Manchesky.
Yeah.
I think so.
No, Manchester.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Man,
Now that we're fixing everything. So, Howard, we had big news this week in football.
Oh, that's right.
Aaron Rodgers is quitting the Packers.
Well, that's what they say. Blah, 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 blah,
He
blah.
threw his skirt on the
He
ground.
did.
He's
You want to
such a
know
drama
what?
queen.
You want to know what?
What do I know?
Two people. There's the two cornerstones of America. Brett Favre was what was great about America. He's a farmer, good old boy. He's just living life, just happy as can be. Got along with everybody and just stood up with what was right. Aaron Rodgers is just a Berkeley bitch. That's what I think.
He's a pretty boy.
Pretty boy. He thinks his opinion matters. Not only does his opinion matter, but it's better than yours.
Well,
and
and
it's where the
Obviously, he's
highway.
making millions.
And-
I'm making hundreds.
And you forgot the most important part. Alex, you know what it is? All sports are rigged!
Oh, absolutely.
You broke up.
That's what I was going for.
Okay.
I was going for it. I was going for the gusto. I succeeded. But seriously,
You ghosted.
every aspect of it, okay? The last 5 years, he should be pissed off every year.
Yeah.
Because
he was.
he's
He
carrying
was
the
pissed
team.
off.
He's carrying the team, okay?
He has one of the most accurate throws that you can have, but in the same sense, it's not just him. It's part of the actual team. He doesn't want to be so much of a team player because, as far as I know, he just wants to call the shots and be like, do
Right.
this. Oh, it didn't go my way that I wanted.
Right.
Well, you're not going to fucking go and do it the right way if you're going to be a fucking jackass
Right.
about it.
Who doesn't want that? My job would be so much more easier if I could just do that. Well, I want to do it this way. Well, we don't do it that way. Fuck you. I want to do it my way.
To tie all your things together, it was Aaron Rodgers' turn once before. He's not getting his turn again like he thinks that he should feel. But look at it this way, too. Drew Brees was an excellent quarterback.
Yes, he was.
Peyton Manning was an excellent quarterback.
Yes, he was.
You know,
You shouldn't let Peyton
Those
Manning play
guys
with your
got-
kids, though.
those guys, well, maybe not. But those guys got their one or two. I think Drew Brees won one. I think Peyton won two. They did their time.
Yeah.
You know, it's time for, Boston was the place to be for the last decade.
Yeah, and
They're
then-
going to win all the sports championships.
And-
That's where the money is.
And
I'm
guess
sorry.
what? Where are you going to move it to? You're going to move it with Touchdown Tommy.
Tampa Bay.
You know?
He sells jerseys.
Right. Seats in the seats.
And I was thinking about that too, before we even got here. That's why Chicago will absolutely 100% never win another championship, because they make their money off of the heartbreak of the fans.
Well, the fans are still loyal.
Very loyal, extremely loyal.
You look
loyal
at
to a fault.
you look at the ones that you got to question. Think of like Philly. Okay, why does Philly win? Because if they don't, they're gonna rip apart the city.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
That is a known thing.
We're having-
Hey,
we're
look,
having a
now we're
dog
Michael
fight.
Vick.
Yeah, nice.
See,
Well
look
played.
at that.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. I figured I'd rile Alex up. I didn't realize he's not a big Packer fan. I thought he was a big old Packer fan.
No,
It's-
I'm either working on Sundays, just doing whatever, or I'm actually venturing around with
Dog!
friends or family. It's like it doesn't matter.
Push them out.
I mean, honestly, I was a
Seriously,
pretty big Packer fan.
yeah.
What
You can't
5
have
years ago or
dogs
so?
fighting anywhere, and now here they are, and they're just making noise. Because
No.
Sadie's trying to hump, the other dog.
Yeah.
It's an instigator. You'll
Stinky.
find her.
She was just
Very
taking it though.
Yeah, she does. She's a shit starter.
But Max, what would you say about 5-ish years ago when you guys were in the duplex? That's when or not the
he means the
duplex,
apartment.
The apartment.
Yeah, Sam has a really fun picture of him where he fell asleep during one of the playoff games in his jersey.
I don't know if it was a playoff or if it was
They
like,
won.
the pregame season,
They-
but all I know is Not Your Father's Root Beer was my best friend that year. And it was also my worst enemy because it made me super tired, and then I was just knocked.
Look at that. There's something else you have with Steve. It's something else you have in common with Steve. Do you really like Not Your Father's Root Beer?
I can't do it anymore.
You
It's
really
too
like
sweet.
Not Your
I
Father's
can
Root Beer?
maybe have one.
He's gay.
You wear
You wish I
cowboy
was
boots.
gay.
He wears cowboy boots. You see where we're going here?
See,
I forgot who
you
that
can
was.
try and push your nub on me all you want, but you got to talk to Angie
Hey.
on that one because she's been trying to shove shit up my ass for far too long, and it's not going to happen.
50 million gay men can't be wrong. That's all I have to say about it.
So what, Sadie? You start shit, and then you come over here, and we're like, well, hey, look at me, I'm cute. Can I have cheese?
Well, yeah. She
That-
just got riled up. Now she wants food.
That was a great change of subject. I gotta tell you, that was really well done.
And see, I talked at her, so she was looking at me like, what? What'd I do?
That's going to hopefully that'll cancel out all of the job opportunities that just flew out the window with that last conversation.
Yeah,
But, you
because
know,
nothing happened.
It's not like we're looking for new work. So
Are we
there's
looking
that.
for work?
Hey,
Hey, so you know what would be a perfect time for right now?
a commercial break.
Not a commercial break. We got to talk about one of my favorite things that I've been doing.
Uh,
I've got a wonderful picture now on Untapped of Alex's ugly mug, rating this lucky Buddha beer.
oh, that'll be nice.
Oh.
That'll be a good promo pick.
So I'm
excited.
getting upset with them, and I'm going to try to talk with these guys. I need more filters.
You're running out of filters.
Well, there's like 6 of them.
That's it.
So it's like, guys, come on. I want to put borders on. I want to put stickers. Just go steal what Snapchat has. They're not using it.
Snapchat has tons of stuff.
Right.
Pretty much.
We
yeah.
could give you dog ears.
We
We could
could.
give the beer
No,
dog ears.
we can give Howard a bunny face.
I already have a bunny face.
So, speaking of this,
No,
Oh, here
funny
we go.
face. is
Speaking
what you
of
have,
this-
not bunny face.
Sam has in her memories of stories one day a Snapchat filter that had, I think it was a bunny or something, that was just dancing, shaking his ass.
Oh yeah, that's a
just
good
sitting
one.
there shaking his ass, and it had like this dun, 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 dun.
That's a good one.
And she was holding it, and Howard heard the music and just starts doing the same exact
Oh, I remember
dance.
that snap.
The same dance as the character that was in the Snapchat. That's what Snapchat was wonderful for. All the
Yeah.
wonderful days of the
I do miss that because there were
stayed tuned.
It's just
there,
weird
there were a
in the
couple of those
moment.
Snapchats too, where there was like a mini Elvis, and you and another friend could like imitate Elvis, and that was kind of cool. And I don't see that one anymore. But that was definitely
Hey.
a fun one.
Hey, I'm just mad that they made me
One of-
update to have a Bitmoji.
Yours looks exactly like you. I
had
will
to
say
have
that
one
it
so
is
long ago.
uncanny.
Well,
It's
yeah.
irritating. One of the weirdest filters was actually Angie's ma sent me this the other day. It was just like 15 hot dogs being slapped in their face, and she just had the big old grin when it happened. I'm like, wow. All right, I now
You're-
see how you feel.
You're slapping hot dogs and people. I'm not
No,
even
she
gonna ask.
sent me a Snapchat with the filter of like 15 hot dogs just being thrown
I
on her
have
face, and she was just so excited.
many questions we don't have time for.
We probably don't.
So
Are we wrapping up?
we are wrapping
Can
up. We
I
gotta.
say? I want to say one thing.
We have something to say.
We found out some bad news today. It hit us pretty hard. It hit me really hard today. Longtime shooter, one of the first people that I really knew at the gun club. He died a couple weeks ago. Ron Carlson was a really good dude. A long time. He was there when you were there.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes,
was there for
everything he
a long
taught.
time.
Every time, when I had questions of, hey, how to get done, how was it before? He was the guy to go to. I mean, he taught me how to shoot. Tons of problems through my shooting for trap shooting. He helped me with, my middle station with the straightaways. He was one of the guys that fixed it. All the hard rights, how to stand. I mean, everything. The wealth of knowledge that he possessed, and a lot of people just didn't like him because he was, outspoken.
And a little bit brash.
And I think that's what we loved so much about him
Yeah.
was because it was, he never sugarcoated anything. He came right at you. This is what it is. What the fuck's your problem?
Yeah.
You really going to do this? You know what I mean? I know he said it at least once to me. Max, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I told him, well, a lot. What are we talking about right now? He goes, "This is not a time for joking." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Ron. What's going on?" And he ended up having some problems with the trap. So, okay, here you go. Here's the round. I'm not going to, you shouldn't be charged for a round when, half the target's broke.
And you weren't satisfied, right? Yep.
And he just would always look like, really? Well, yeah, really. You're not happy, he was there 3-4 days a week.
Yep.
Why would I not want to keep that person happy? The person who's going to go out and talk about, hey, that happened to me the other day at this place, and they took care of it. Maybe you don't want to be shooting at this place. Maybe you want to come shoot by these guys.
Well, and it was even more than that. All the people that were there, I always got the impression that, yeah, you're right. Not a lot of people liked him, but I think he was well respected.
He was.
As a guy that kind of, when crunch time came, you could count on him. Always there for every charity shoot, at least to pop in and say hi and kind of see what's going on. I feel like a big part of the place left with him, So, yeah, it was definitely kind of a tough morning. I definitely ugly cried in the stock room today because, yeah.
I admit it hit me a couple times today too. So it's just I had to talk with Sam about it. Even it was just like this guy was not blood related, and it's just a
big part of our life, a big part of our family.
Even the fact of I haven't seen any of those guys in so long. It's just wow, that hit hard this morning.
And so I propose we dedicate this show to him and his memory and everything that he taught everybody in this room. Even Fletcher don't remember him, but he had some way, shape, or form. You were formed by Ron Carlson at some point. So, to Ron Carlson, Max, Alex, and Fletcher and Angie, he's a good dude. So,
oh, yeah.
With that being said, Max, what did you think of the beer?
I like the beer. Not sure I'd go out of my way and buy it. It's not comfortable to hold.
Well, there's that too.
So that's weird. It's a cool bottle, but I don't think I need a collection of Buddhas staring at me because I do not practice.
There was one that was about double the size, but
I'm glad you got this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. It's smooth. It goes down easy. I could definitely drink this after cutting the grass.
Yeah, there you go.
Which I actually considered briefly today after cutting the grass. Went no, this is a beer for talking.
This is important.
This is not a beer for drinking. This is a beer for science.
I kind of knew what to expect with this when actually Alex sent me the picture. I went, all right, that's kind of cool. I thought, like I said, it was a beer from India. It's a beer from China, which is still pretty cool. How often do you get to drink a beer out of China?
Right. Oddly enough, cool. It actually doesn't tell you what type of beer it is either.
Yeah.
Me and Max were trying to look at it all over the bottle, and it just says Lucky Buddha, and then distribution, blah, blah, blah,
well, let's see what
basic
on top
wordings.
says.
But it doesn't tell you what type it is. Not a Pilsner, IPA, no nothing.
It's a pale lager.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's an enlightened beer.
I'd rate it 2.75. Just because it tastes like a standard Euro lager to me, but it's a lot better than
just kind of fancy just for the look, but not so much for the taste.
Yeah, exactly. And it's better than most Indian beers I've had, which is good because this is a beer from China.
That's good.
So
that's good. That would definitely make it better than most of the India beers.
All right.
Final thoughts? Nope. I don't know.
Alex,
Objections?
did you try the cheese? Are you crying?
No.
Are you okay?
Dude, allergies.
Allergies?
It is terrible right now.
Well, we're allergic to your bullshit.
There you go. You see how I set the table up so that we get the proper echo when we hit the table?
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
What a way to end.
It took a while to get. So, thanks for everybody for tolerating us, listening to us, following us. Tell us what you're drinking. We want to know. Except Fletcher, we don't want to know what you're drinking.
Actually, give us some ideas so next time me and Angie can go and buy you guys some random things and you guys can try it yourselves too.
See?
Give us recommendations.
Well, everybody, there you go. Text Alex so we don't have to talk to him.
Beers on Beers on Alex.
Beers on Alex.
Sure Angie looks at the comments on things, so she'll look in there.
That's good.
Nice.
That's good. Maybe we'll start commenting on things. Dummy accounts ahoy. So, thank you everybody for listening, tolerating, all that fun jazz. On behalf of everybody here, I am still Max.
And I am Howard.
Cheers.